Why would you be afraid of your own shadow? Because of the crimes and the injustices that you are meting on people. The corruption that I think they have extensively, through that robbed our country of resources. I think they're afraid of the impeachment motion, which initially they were saying was of no value, was no consequence. We didn't have the numbers. All of a sudden, they're afraid of the motion. They're failing to table it on the floor of the House, despite that we've met the procedural requirements, which is a 3-day notice. The Deputy Speaker herself confirmed that our motion is constitutionally constructed correctly, is procedurally correct. So why are they not tabling? It's the first time they've refused to table a motion which meets the minimum requirements. Why? They're afraid because they know that the offenses they've made to the people of Zambia, the occasion the people of Zambia, there are many people, including members of parliament from their own party, who would vote with us. Not because they've been bought, they've been paid pittance, because they're doing what is their constitutional responsibility to act on behalf of the 17 million Zambians. We believe, we can only speculate, these are the issues, these are the reasons. But as I said, a shadow follows you. So they will run, they will not hide. They will run, they will not hide.
Okay,
yes.
What would be your words? They are saying that the motion, they're terming it frivolous actually.
But the Speaker has already ruled on that. That the motion is constitutional, is procedurally correct. So who else should comment about it? But if it's frivolous, bring it on the table, bring it on the floor of the House. They should have brought it on Wednesday, they didn't. They should have brought it yesterday, they didn't. If it's frivolous, why are they afraid of getting it debated? Because they know that citizens will know that constitutional transgressions that have been occasioned, not one, although the Constitution allows us to impeach somebody in that office of the President on one transgression. But here we have more than 10 transgressions. They are afraid that citizens will now see that they have an officer in public office who is breaching the Constitution. They are also afraid that they will lose the vote. As you know, it's not a question of having the UPND MPs on. This motion has been signed off by UPND MPs, independent MPs, PF MPs, and more are going to vote with us as long as there's a secret ballot. They will vote for us because that's what they should do for the people of Zambia. That's why they're in Parliament. Once you're in Parliament, it doesn't matter which ticket you represent the people of Zambia, all of the people of Zambia. 2 fears they have. They have more fears. They have a third fear, is to leave office quickly. They've not stolen enough. They want more time to steal a bit more. But greedy people are never satisfied. Gluttonous people are never satisfied. That is the name of thieves. That's the only language, that's the only behavior they know, is to steal and steal more until they're constipated. And when you get constipated, you get sick. So they are not yet sick, but soon they will be sick and they'll be forced out to basically vomit. But I think my colleague would like to comment how our brother is feeling there. That's the most important thing for now.
All right, colleagues. What's your question, colleagues?
How did you find President Lumumba?
Well, I found him to be in very, very high spirits. And I think he's okay. All I can say, he's fine. But I think what needs to be commented about is just in the way he was convicted. I think we will not stop talking about it as not only a party UPND, but I think as the people of Zambia. I think it's so unfortunate. And I don't even know where the presiding judge got the guts to sentence a man who has been a vice president of this great country, Zambia. You understand? Yet the charge was in fact finable of 1,000 kwacha. Why didn't he fine it if he was found with the case? But I doubt it. And you see, I don't want to comment so much on his judgment. I think this is a judgment that needs to be looked at by the Zambian people, because I don't think his judgment was clearly based on on the statements that he got from Nevers Movement. So I don't want to comment so much on that, but what I want to tell you is what exactly the President has said. Our colleagues in PF, I think they are sitting on a landmine. They don't really know what they are doing. And usually when you see a government behaving in the manner it's behaving, then you know that the government is about to exit. This is exactly what happened when I was in PF. This is exactly what MMD government did to us. If you remember those days when SATA, myself and other officials of PF, we were almost tear gas everywhere. Even at PEC, we were tear gas. Those were the last kicks of the dynamite. So for me, PF, I think people of Zambia are about to show them their exit. That's why they are behaving in this manner. But I think to cut the story short, Dr. Mumba, the people of Zambia, Dr. Mumba is in very high spirits. And we know that I think come Tuesday he has appealed to the higher court, which is the High Court. He should be out on Tuesday. So we just wish him all the best between today and the Tuesday. May God bless you all, and please, Zambians, enjoy this Holy Week. Thank you.
But just to add on what my colleague has said, the behavior of the failing government. You know, they kept us outside there in the rain for hours when there's a waiting room inside. So they're afraid even just to put us on chairs. I don't know what they think the chairs will do or say to us. That's a fear, I think, is the
Where does that put the national dialogue?
Well, there's a more reason that dialogue is essential, it's necessary, because we civilized people, we should solve our problems by talking, not through the jungle law. PF believe the use of jungle law is a solution. It's not a solution. At some point, even countries that are at war with each other, they sit and talk how to end the war. We're not at war. We're in competition. But PF does not understand the meaning of competition. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
They need dialogue more than
yes, exactly. Thank you.